Hello everyone. It's been a few days since I uploaded a video. However, I have been busy every day. I have been creating the garden chair out of the trellises. Now this one's an indoor one and I painted in copper, but the ones outside I have painted in silver, metallic silver, Rust-Oleum, 2x ultra coverage paint and primer paint. Alright, now these garden chairs are very hard to paint because the wire is so thin, and to get all around it have to go at least 3 coats, and you go light coats, not heavy coats, because it'll drip. But you go light coats, you let it dry for an hour, you go back out, do another light coat and let it dry, and let that one dry for at least a good 3-4 hours, and then you go out and do your final coat. Now each time I spray, I have to flip it, and then the last flip I have to turn it upside down to get the bottom of it. So basically one of these cans will cover one chair. Now this is the, how many fluid ounces? 11. Now the pink one I had, it covered the whole can covered it. However, that was my very first one, and I used brown pipe cleaners, which was the wrong thing to do, but I was running out of zip ties, so I had to use that pink to cover the brown, and basically took the whole can. What have I improved thus far? I wire wrap. See that? That's wire. That's not zip ties. It's not pipe cleaners, it's wire. It's silver, thin, 22 gauge wire. And I have wired wrapped every single area instead of using those zip ties. That way, guess what? The paint adheres to it on the very first coat. And then each time I spray, it just makes it nice and it blends right in with the chair. Thus, all that silver that's outside, yes, the silver is covered. Zip ties seems to be very hard to cover with paint, and of course pipe cleaners are too, unless you use white. But anyhow, that is what I have done since the last video. Now see that last video, listen to what I have to say in the beginning, because it's extremely important. It is important to me anyways. Anyhow, this is going to be a fairy that we can stick into this planner. Now what I'm going to use is pipe cleaners from Dollar Tree, flowers from Dollar Tree, a cute little styrofoam head from Dollar Tree, and they come in this pack right here. They come in various sizes, so it depends on whatever size you want your angel, so you have a choice. But it comes in this package, so it's only $1. And then I'm going to use coffee filters for the dress. Now this will be an indoor fairy. If you want to substitute for an outdoor fairy, I suggest a wooden head, which you can find at Joann's, not the styrofoam head. It won't work outside. This will be indoors. This will be added to that cute little chair decoration for Mother's Day. And so let's continue with the slideshow. Now, if you've looked in the previous slideshows, you've realized I am taking a lot of the Dollar Tree solar lights. I'm using a beehive. I'm using them to make a beehive outdoor solar light. I'm using them to make a hummingbird outdoor solar light. But guess what? I'm left with a lot of these stakes. Now, if I make this fairy, I can actually have her sitting on that stake. I can glue her to the stake and then stake her in any planner. Looks like she's sitting on some type of perch. I might do that. In the end, I don't know. We'll see how she turns out, how big she is, and then we'll see if she'll fit on this little leftover part of the Dollar Tree stake, and we'll go from there. So let's have a cup of coffee, Game of Thrones style. This is April 17th. 2019. Subscribe. I would appreciate it if you wanted to stick around with me while my health allows me to keep on going. Because I will keep on going. I'm a Polish gal after all. Nothing stops me but death. Alright, let's get going. Okay, you've seen me take 2 plastic spoons, very frugal, very cheap, and then I broke off the spoon ends of them, and then I glued them together, and then I wrapped them in twine. Now the important thing is to wrap enough twine, at least 3 to 4 layers, depending how the thickness of your twine is. On the bottom, this part's going to be the head, and you leave the twine off a good portion of it so that you can stick that foam ball on this top later. But what you need to do, since we're trying to create a base, because once she's ready, I'm going to glue her on the end. I'm going to glue this end on the spoon section. And what I need is a little bit extra twine so that I can adhere the twine to the plastic. That way it'll stay. And then if I really want durability, I can take another roll of twine once this is connected and then continue to wrap it. But this is going to be the base because we want to glue this part on top of the stake of the solar light. And we need a base for that too. Okay, so that's why I want you to wrap this spoons and then make a little bit of a base on the bottom by wrapping it about 4 times. And I'm just using hot glue right now thus far. Okay, let's continue with the slideshow. Okay, next step, once you have that very first layer of her dress, see, we're working from the dress up to the head, as you noticed. Make sure you cut the coffee filters, the next bunch, a little smaller, all right? So we're layering. Now, before we add the coffee filter flower, we're going to add a petal from either the roses that we're using already in the decoration, or we can offset it. Now I'm going to switch between the yellow and the white. Alright, so I have 2 roses of white and 2 roses of yellow, and I am tearing them apart. And then I'm going to cut a slit and I'm going to add them as layers before I add the next coffee filter. And then I'm going to add more layers, and I'm going to bring it up about, oh, say ½ an inch from the base. We'll see how high it gets, but then just continue layering, because once the dress is done, we can open up these coffee filters to fluff it out, okay? So it might not look much right now, but we do have to. Now her dress is getting fluffier, and we haven't even separated the coffee filters yet. But now let's reach to where we have enough left for her waist and her bodice, and her head, of course, will go on. So balance it out, and you can always go back and use scissors and trim out her dress if you have to. That's why I left a gap. All right, let's continue on and building this beautiful fairy out of Dollar Tree. All right, a little demonstration. Now all you have to do is go to each individual coffee filter and squeeze it and press it in a downward pattern, so it kind of is starting to look like a Christmas tree form. But you have to go into every single coffee filter to fluff this. But it'll eventually take its shape. Okay, so go into the next layer, bring it down. Go in the next layer, bring it down. And then we'll bring this part down, and then we'll add her bodice. Look at that. How cute can that be? Very simple. You could play around with her hair. You can curly cue it if you want. But it don't have to be perfect. Remember, this is a fairy. She's going to look whimsical, kind of fluffed up, messed up, because, you know, fairies fly. So, of course, they're not going to have a subtle look to them. Now for the face, you could leave it plain. You don't like to draw or paint, it's fine. I could take a Sharpie, and then I could just create some eyelashes on her face, like she's resting, like she closed her eyes when she's resting. And then maybe a little bit of pink for her cheeks. Don't even need lips if you don't want lips. Just leave it like this. She's going to go on top. She's dry. Try to get all the glue strands off. She is dry. Everything's repurposed, Dollar Tree, and very cheap. This head's under $1. You know that. And we will cut an opening a little bit bigger to place her over the top of that spoon. And I think I'll draw some eyes on her first. I want to do the head all together before I place it, because that's going to be the last thing I do. And then I might add arms, but we'll see. And wings. We'll see. This is my first one. Like I said, I never make prototypes and then create another video, because I can't afford it to. When I make one, you're learning right along with me. Alrighty, let's keep going. Arms. That matches the top part of her neck there. Crisscross 2 pipe cleaners, twist on each side together, and then take the end and roll it forward to create a little hand. What do you think? Did you think that when we started out it was just going to be a fairy doll? Well, we added her to what we already did in the last video. Now you have your fairy doll sitting in the chair. Say, if you have some of these Dollar Tree silver platters, they're $1. You can slide that in the bottom. And there you go. You can create a little tray, little area to decorate. Alright? Because I showed you in the last video to use a mirror. Well, there you go. Get yourself the silver dollar tray and place it down at the bottom. And there you go. You have yourself a fairy sitting in the chair. Now, who else would have something like this for Mother's Day? Or you could just keep it like that, like we made the pink one with the little honey hive. But if you really want to wow them, here you go. Dollar Tree. It's all 100% Dollar Tree. You might not like the fairy and the colors. That's fine. Use your own pipe cleaners. Use your own paint color for the skin tone. This is the basic idea. Make something like this for Mom, for Mother's Day, or Grandma, or Aunt, or your special neighbor that's been really wonderful with your kids. Alright, I'm going to take some pictures of this outside. Also, I have one other idea. You can place wings in back of this. Don't use the Dollar Tree wings, though. It's too big. But add yourself some wings and have yourself an angel sitting here in the chair instead. Same concept, different theme. Yep, this is 100% Dollar Tree, except my iridescent little bowl. I said I picked them up at Walmart's. They have them various sizes. And that's $2.50 for a bowl. There you go. She's adorable. Like I said, let's get outside and let's get some clear shots of her. Then I can upload my video. Thank you for stopping in on this beautiful April day. And happy spring. Happy Easter. A couple more days. Blessed. Hello there. Thank you for watching how I constructed the doll. And now you know how I added her to the chair, the garden chair trellis, with the flowers on the side of it. And you just seen the pink chair that we used, the butterflies on the side. And I can thus make another doll and add to that chair if I want to, or leave it the way it is. However, I said that this is a fairy doll, right? Where's the wings? Now, Dollar Tree sells butterflies, and if you get the bigger butterflies, I do not have any, but if you get the bigger butterflies and use it for the back for her wings, that would look beautiful. Now, there's a video on here, and I'll put the link in the description box on how I made some really simple fairies for last year and the year before, and they're outdoor fairies, and my granddaughter made a fairy doll. And we show you how we added the fairy wings. Today, I want to tell you about the cross that I made a couple videos back. I told you to buy these up now because they're seasonal. But I also said to save these backings. This is really good chipboard. And I can do a lot of projects with them. Including, I said, they would make an excellent pattern for a windmill fan blade. But today I'm going to place two together, and then I'm going to add some twine. I'll hot glue it first, and then I'll add twine to keep the wings together. And then I'm going to use the shade covers that they sell at the Dollar Tree that you place in the front window of your car to block the sun. Well, I use this for material, and I made a washboard not too long ago, and I used, instead of the metal part, and that's the video I uploaded using the metal part, I made another one, and I used this silver material for the metal part of the washboard. And no, I did not upload that video. That's something that's going to be my own little unique idea, and I'm not sharing it. But it's pretty common sense, you know, just placing this instead of the metal, where I show you place the metal in that video. So anyhow, we're going to add this cute silver metallic to this chipboard, and that's how we're going to create the wings. Here's another suggestion. The coffee filters that we've cut up, you can use that and glue them on to make wings. Or the flowers we use and we have leftover leaves, you can make leafy pattern. And then she has leaf wings in the back of her. Use what you already have. That's what I'm trying to say. I've already had this. I've already had these. Of course, coffee filters I've cut up in the past to show you how to make coffee filter flowers. Like I said, if you follow along, you're using the same materials already suggested in the supply list to buy a while ago. So this is what I'm going to use today for the fairy wings. I do want to suggest one item if you're going to make tiny fairies for your gardens this summer and your planters. Use some nail art from the Dollar Tree. Alright? This is $1 and they come up with these cute little bows. You see these bows? Let's see if I can back up a little bit. See the bows in the different selections? You can place that on the fairy dresses and around under her neck. And decorate the fairy with them. Think I might use one for the fairy that I'm making right now. But nail art. Nail art can add some bling to some really tiny crafts that you create. And I have used nail art for little tiny things. And in my upcycles for other ideas. So I wanted to bring that little tip to you. Nail art. And I have some really cute designs there at Dollar Tree to choose from. Anyhow, let's get going with making these fairy wings, and then I will apply it to the fairy, and then she will be finished. Oh, and I will give her a little bow, too, from that nail art collection. One tiny little bow. Thanks for watching so far, and thanks for sticking with me, and let's continue and have some fun. Here's the little bow tie. And once again, it's dark right here. Oh, look at that. Look how the pipe cleaners are highlighting what little light there is in this living room. And then I placed a little bow up there in her flower. Look at that. I decided to come outside because the lighting is way different outside than it is in the house, and it's just too dark in the house unless I'm in the craft room. And of course the craft room table is just covered with leftovers right now, so I come outside to show you how she turned out. And she has the copper coated chair with the silver tin, and then here's the iridescent bowl. Isn't it pretty? And then here she is. And here's the silver ones I'm painting up for outdoors. These will have the plants in the inside, and I will stake them in the ground out in the yard. But they're all silver. All 100% Dollar Tree items. I just have to add the marbles back in to the butterflies. And then over here I used one of the little houses that they sell on a stake and remove the stakes. Isn't it cute? So here she is. Mother's Day gift. Only thing not Dollar Tree is that iridescent bowl, and of course that's at Walmart's right now. Probably go on sale after Sunday, after Easter, because it's in the Easter section. That's when I'm going to go back over there and look for 2 more. I love that color. Might not use it for this, but I'd like to use it for the future. You know, for another craft project. Because as you can tell, I like to do floral arrangements. There she is, little whimsical fairy, garden fairy. Like I said before, I'd love to have you join my channel. Subscribe and follow along, because I save a lot of my leftovers that I don't use. Stuff I won't use today, I'll use tomorrow, like the leaves. I made that into the fairy wing. And there's my neighbor dog trying to get in his 2 cents worth. And there's the back, the little silver. Send my blessings out to you and your family from me and mine. Getting ready for spring. Bless.
Careful, that one's really heavy.
2 hands.
I believe we're not going to have enough room for enough bags.
And we'll have to put it on your head and you'll have to carry it out. How's that sound? No?
No bags on my head.
Why not? That's what they did. That's what they do in India. All the women carry all the stuff on their head. That's who makes our papa explosive.
No, it's just because you get diet A and W.
Oh, jeez. He always has an answer. He's Polish.
You're the one that's complaining because you don't have the off-brand root.
Yeah, what's up? Every time I come here at night, it's never stocked with the diet, you know, for the Walmart brand.
They probably sell out pretty quick. They don't fill it up until May.
Oh. Oh, did you find your toys? Let's see what Uncle Christian bought you. Ooh, LOL. Hi.
Hi. Shopping at 1
I'm
o'clock
good
in the
for
morning.
2 o'clock, I think. It's Good Friday, isn't it? So it's your day off for school. Let's see what the total's going to be. Wow, look how much it is so far.
102.28.
Yeah, we're not even done yet. It must have been this thing cost an arm and a leg. Our weekly is about 140, but that's when we're buying cat litter and everything.
But this time I got stuff I want.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get stuff.
So did I. I got stuff I wanted too. Diet A&W root beer.
The off-brand root beer is
The-
like 20 cents.
I know. It's real cheap.
You get the A&W is like $1 or something.
I know. It tastes the same too.
Then why do you complain?
Because I wanted the off-brand. It's cheaper.
146.
Yeah, exactly.
147.
Because I can. It's America.
149.
Land of the free, home of the brave. Hot dogs, apple pie, and baseball.
51.
And then Trump.
We're in the hundreds.
What number are we on?
We're in the hundreds. 152.
152? Did you bring your purse?
No.
What if we go over? You should have brought your purse, the $3 and some odd cents you have. You should have brought it.
You told me that Uncle Christian's going to bring money and you told me not to.
Yeah, he's the one with the dollars.
I don't have my card.
You're lying.
Ask me, I can keep money.
You just got to say one word. No.
I do, but
181.
yeah.
181.
The nags and the whatever.
184.
At least my brother doesn't
185. 186. 7. 187.
187? Wait.
187.49.
187.49. Wow.
I don't even know if it has that much.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's on a plastic 2x4 thing.
Oh, you forgot to buy you your bike.
I'm not buying your bike.
You
No,
don't like that little bike? It's so cute.
I'm having a big bite.
A little bike. Radio flyer.
Want me to see me drive
Oh, look
on
at, he's doing the floors. I told you that they do the floors in the morning where everybody comes.
Did you want me to paddle on it?
Huh?
Did you want me to
No,
paddle on
you're not going to sit on that and pedal on it.
it? I'll try.
No. All right, try.
My legs can't even fit up here.
All right, ready? Bye. You too. What a job. Look how quiet it is. This is the best time to shop.
Yeah. Plus not giving an early sleep. I got a little toys.
Yep,
These are clothes.
that's your Easter gift. Along with everything I crafted for you.
Yeah, and it was like in 180.
I know, see? It's not cheap. That's why we don't waste food. You eat it, you eat it. It's not cheap.
All of that plus these two with a lot.
Here we go. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they locked it up.
We went to Kroger.
Well, happy Good Friday to everybody.
And we're gonna go home and get some sleep
Yes, we are.
after we unpack the groceries.